Hi, everyone. Welcome to another one of my lives. Wait, I don't think I'm on yet. Hi, everyone, and welcome to another one of my lives, my Facebook lives. So, I'm Rain Zabin, your transformational coach, and I am here to bring you some information about what your limitations are and how to figure out who you are and to differentiate between the old personality you were and the new personality that you're evolving into. So what do I mean by limitations? So yesterday I did do a live and then I deleted it because I was exhausted as I was doing it. I was depleted energetically, I was depleted mentally, I was depleted physically. I'm a lot better today because what I was doing for the past few days is giving myself a lot of rest time. In sharing this with you, this gave me an epiphany, which is years ago, or a few years ago, I worked like mad. So I would have private sessions, I would work on workshops, and then I would do all the back office stuff, basically meaning, just for you to understand, everyone who's doing the work, similar work like I'm doing, there's a lot of stuff being done behind the scenes. And if you are working on your own and if you have somebody to help you, you're blessed to have someone to help you. But a lot of times as the creator of your own content, as somebody who is dedicated to helping others, you find yourself in a space of needing to offer a lot of things and then needing to understand how marketing works, how PR works, how the algorithms work and all this stuff, because the initial feeling is I have so much to offer and I want to offer so many people the wonder of, for me, for example, for feeling more joy and more delights and coming to peace with whoever you are, no matter what that version of you is showing up to be, even if it's a yucky version, right? This is the thing, working through limiting beliefs, expanding into self, feeling joy, being who you are, and letting go of, well, but I'm too shy and I'm too introvert, extrovert, whatever titles you're living with, where you come back home to them, absorb them, and actually like them about yourself, right? Making you a more complete being. But being somebody who enjoys doing that, and my delight is once I have like a client, like I'm having a private session with someone or I'm on the workshop, I feel so much and it's such an expansive state. And all of a sudden, like I'm out of the picture and I'm getting divine inspiration and I'm really in a place of delight, which I want to offer everyone too. But then there's the back office stuff. There's all the other crazy stuff to get done to get to the point of where I am today. And so I had left that like 3 years ago. I stopped everything. I stopped everything. I couldn't even handle helping my friends out. There was nothing left in me. There was nothing left. I couldn't tap in. I couldn't do anything. So I needed to go back home to me, to care for me, to love me, to take care of me. Why am I saying this? This is important to acknowledge for one reason. Now, I'm talking from my domain, from my world, right? But all of you have very similar things happening in your lives. There are certain things that are just not yours to do. There are certain things that deplete your energy, that take away from your soul, that take away from your passion, where you're like an empty battery. There's nothing there. You can't help anyone. You can't give anything to anyone. You can't even give to yourself. So even if you're trying to do the work for you, you can't. All you can do is just unwind, sleep, relax, and shut the mind down. So in saying this, when I did 3 years ago take a full break for a year, I just couldn't do anything. I was like, I can't, I don't care. I just have nothing in me anymore. to discover that it's all the back work, the back off. And that's when I got a virtual assistant a year later, right? But that's when all the back office is like posting here and saying this there and writing the right thing and fixing the website and doing the funnels and doing the newsletters and coming up with like free gifts. And it was just mayhem, because all I wanted to do was connect with people and offer them the gift, right? Offer them my gift so that they can see their gift. So I'm sharing this with you so that you can understand and you can self-reflect and see, where is the burnout? Where is your passion? Where does your passion really lie? And where is the burnout? When is the burnout showing up? What is it that you're doing where the burnout is showing up? Okay? Because you could love everything about what you're doing, but there are parts of it that really take away from you. So I started again. Now, this I was aware of that then, and I stopped and I said this, but I am a very active person. I like to get things done. I move fast. I love anything artistic and creative. I love getting on Canva and doing all those fabulous slides for the workshops. Like, I enjoy doing those things. However, a lot of it was too much. So in general, okay, a month ago, I started doing that again. All of a sudden, I was like hyped and I wanted to get this done. And I started to get overwhelmed and I started to just so much information was coming through. So much information, not from me, but from like fabulous humans that were like, yeah, and there's this and there's that. And then I have 2 friends and another friend. And I was like, okay, this is great. And I love to design and do. But in the same time, my energy was being depleted. And because I know my pattern of, once I get into something, I get into it and I want it all done at the speed of light, right? I got into it and I forgot myself. I lost myself like I used to lose myself years ago into the thing and deplete my energy. And I lost myself and I was depleted. And I couldn't, like, there was a buzzing in my ear. My head was throbbing. I couldn't center myself, right? The only delights was when I would have a client or I'd have my workshops. But even then I was starting to deplete. So I couldn't offer my best. I couldn't be open enough to receive, to offer, because my brain is buzzing. Bzzz. So there's no space. And this was a great remembering of, don't forget what your limitations are. Because it doesn't mean that you're limited and there's something wrong with you. It just means that it doesn't delight you enough. If it gives you a buzz in your head, if it gives you a buzz in your ears, if you start to feel suffocated and overwhelmed, step away completely. Because your mind is going to start talking and saying, oh my God, you're leaving this behind. Blah, blah, you got to finish it. You got to do it. Whatever your pattern is going to show. And when the pattern shows up, okay, that's when you stop everything, because you want to observe the pattern. You want to be very aware of the pattern. And so the pattern for me personally was, oh, I do all of this, but it's coming from a place of emergency and urgency and must be done now, right? And that space is energetically depleting, because that space is very much the ego mind. The ego mind saying things like, oh my God, you may not be able to reach enough people to help them if you don't get this done and this done and this done and this done. You better get it all done so that, and it's ongoing, right? But that's all mental. To only recognize that when I was doing things gentler, right? When I was more focused on what I enjoy doing and what I want to offer, and do little bits here and there and offer most of the things to my virtual assistant, people were showing up. Things were happening. I was more attuned to divinity. I was more attuned to my inspiration. I was more attuned to the pace of life flow energy rather than the human mental mind energy, which is go, 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 go. And I got into that, right? And it happened. And the beautiful part of it is when you wake up out of it and you recognize, oh my God, that's the version of me I left behind years ago because it wasn't working for me, right? Today it sounded different. There wasn't like shame and blame and, oh, there's something wrong with you. You should be doing all. There wasn't that, but there was the same vibration of my mind is completely taken over. So when your mind is taken over, it feels exhausting. It feels taxing. It feels like you are crossing your limits. Because what does that mean? It means that I am going past, I'm overdoing something that is not in alignment with my highest and best good and the highest best good of everyone else involved, right? And that's when to step back, to really step back. So the last few days, I completely just put a break. I didn't get on technology as much as I could. I got on it a bit, but it was gentler. I didn't rush myself to do anything. I was like, forget it. I cannot breathe, right? And then I have a friend who's like, well, I'll pace it with you and I'll help you out and we'll do this and it'll be simple and easy and all that. I was like, and then I started to feel better. Like, okay, I have support. I'm being helped. You know, divinity sent me an amazing human being to just be of support. And then 2 other human beings appeared, right? My friends, 2 other friends. And they were like, we will support you too. And we will help you. And it's like, okay, you can breathe. You can breathe. You've got people who can support and do certain parts that you cannot do on your own, that you are burning out, because what you want to do is channel, transmission, allow the psychic ability to come out, and all the work in the background. It's like a computer and the hard drive in the back, just moving all day, right? But you're busy with that, right? But that's what's making you move forward. But you need somebody's help. You need someone else to take care of that. So this is for everyone who's starting on their own, have been doing this for years. And I just want you to understand that it is exhausting and it is taxing when you take everything upon your shoulders. And at the same time, it's all mental. It's all according to, well, you're supposed to do it this way. You're supposed to do it that way. This is the only way. And then we totally forget that now we are in a new world, in a new way of being. And the new way of being is trusting divinity will take care of it, trusting the right people will show up, trusting that it's all taken care of, and visualize and stay in your imagination and become one with yourself to feel more inspired than motivated to do something, because motivation is mental. The mind talks you into it. Inspiration is more heartfelt. It's more in your gut. It's more of like, life is moving you forward. Life is doing this, and there's no exhaustion. It's so easy. It's so simple. And there's an excitement to it. Motivation, there is an excitement, but adrenaline rush more than a paced out intuitive inspiration. Motivation is all mental jabber, and it really hurts your mind and your being. So I was going to talk about something completely different. However, this is the topic. I am sure it is of great help to many people out there who are maybe struggling with this and knowing the difference between when the mental mind takes over and starts to badger you into doing things like the program itself is talking and you're believing the program and following the program. And when you're intuitively attuned or inspirationally attuned, you're like, okay, now I'm supposed to rest. Now I'm supposed to move. Now I'm supposed to. It feels right to move now. It feels right to rest now. And you're just attuned to you. You're not attuned to what the mind is saying and what everyone says that should be and should like. You're more attuned. And then the people show up, and then life shows up, and then everything becomes more at ease, and you get your energy back. Let me know if this was helpful. Let me know if you've been going through this recently, or this is how your life had looked like in any department. It doesn't necessarily have to be work. It could be as a parent, as a partner, as a friend, in whichever form. Share with me your experiences and how your burnout looks like and feels like, and then recognize your burnout is actually the burnout of the mind and the ego that has been driving you, and it hasn't been inspiration, because inspiration doesn't burn you out. Inspiration takes care of you and knows you, and you matter to divinity enough for it to be as gentle as possible and for you to receive all that you need to receive anyway. So I love you all. Give me a thumbs up if this resonated, if you liked it, a heart if it resonated, and a hug just because I love hugs. And I'll see you on the next live, hopefully next Thursday. I'll be even more attuned with myself. Love you all so much. Bye.